The word this man is calling out means scrap collector. And that's what he's doing, looking to buy fuel containers, metals, plastics, shoes, items people don't want anymore but still contain useful materials. In his words, waste can be transformed into money. This goes on daily in the capital of the African nation of Ethiopia. Poverty is widespread here, affecting as much as a third of the population. But the scraps can be sold. They're taken to a market whose name translates to "what do you have?" Sometimes containers are bought by people who can't afford to get them new. Other times they're recycled, sold for spare parts, or used to build new equipment like aluminum stoves. By collecting and selling scraps, these men say they're earning a living between $4 and $8.50 a day and helping the environment by keeping the materials out of landfills. Hey y'all, I'd like you to meet my friend Friday. Please be nice, it has a chronic case of awesome. I'm Carl Azuz for the World from A to Z. Thank you for taking time to watch our show. First headline today takes us to the Middle East, where the nation of Israel says it has killed the leader of Hamas, a Palestinian militant group. The most recent war between those two sides began in October of last year after Hamas launched an attack against Israel. Most of their fighting since then has taken place in the Palestinian territory of Gaza. Israel and the U.S. say Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar organized the October 7th assault. Hamas didn't immediately confirm whether Sinwar had died, but Israel says it has DNA proof. There are no signs the war is coming to an end. In the U.S. state of Florida, recovery continues from Hurricane Milton. That storm that made landfall there on October 9th has been blamed for at least 24 deaths, and officials say some areas are still dealing with flooding. That was one problem. Extensive wind damage, much of it from tornadoes, is another Florida is grappling with. But electricity has mostly been restored to the areas Milton affected, and the work continues to address gas shortages. Earlier this week, the state set up places to give away 10 gallons to each of those who needed it.
After the 19th Amendment, the election of 1920 was the first presidential election in which women voted nationwide. To learn about the 19th and all other amendments, check out the periodic table of the amendments at periodicpresidents.com.
As a follow-up to our report Wednesday on a boom in blue-collar jobs, we're following a young worker today who landed a fulfilling opportunity without having a traditional 4-year college degree. As we mentioned before, several of the highest-paying jobs in America still require that degree, and often an advanced one. But it's not the only path to success, as Amari Morgan found out after enrolling in a tuition-free technology training program that helped her get a job with an American car maker.
24-year-old Amari Morgan has been an associate controls technician at General Motors for 2.5 years. Morgan tests the robots that build the vehicles and fixes software issues.
It's to keep unexpected surprises from happening.
Her favorite part of the job?
Being able to see these machines do their job. It's very interesting. Getting hands-on experience, working with them, and learning from my other teammates is very rewarding.
Hands-on experience that did not require a college degree.
I didn't expect it to happen so quickly.
And why not?
Just schooling. I figured the quick way to get there would just be go to school, do your 4-year degree, and then eventually getting the reward of working inside this environment.
More young people are rethinking a 4-year degree, given the rising cost of college and taking on debt. A report by the Gates Foundation found confidence in the value of a college degree fell from 2022 to 2023 among non-college graduates aged 18 to 30, while confidence in the value of job training and professional licensing programs went up. Morgan is now working to master the JavaScript programming language and still hopes to one day earn a bachelor's degree. But for now, she credits this job with boosting her confidence, providing financial security and peace of mind.
On this date in world history. Today we sail forbidden seas and land on barbarous coasts. You're like, what?
That's a quote from a book called Moby Dick, or The Whale. The famous novel by American author Herman Melville was first published in England on this date in 1851, and it'd be published in the U.S. less than a month later. October 18th is Alaska Day in the U.S. state. This was the date in 1867 when the territory was formally transferred from Russia to the United States. During the Spanish-American War, this was the date in 1898 when the American flag was raised over Puerto Rico, showing the U.S. had won control of the formerly Spanish colony. And finally, this was the date in 1962 when James Watson, Francis Crick, and Maurice Wilkins shared the Nobel Prize for Medicine for their discoveries related to DNA. Several historians say Rosalind Franklin contributed to their research, though she did not receive the award.
Word of knowledge. What is the largest tendon in the human body? Trapezius, biceps, triceps, Achilles. Connecting to your calf muscles to your heel bone, the largest or thickest tendon we have is our Achilles.
Anatomically speaking, your Achilles connects your calf muscle to your foot. So when you contract your calf, your heel comes off the ground. The Achilles is the thickest tendon in the human body, so how come it's also a figure of speech for having a great weakness? Well, you might already be aware that the origin lies in Greek mythology, but here's the whole story. Achilles was the son of a Greek goddess and a king. When he was born, a prophecy said he would die at a young age. To help protect him, his mother Thetis dunked him in the river Styx, which was said to have special power. But she held onto his ankle, the only part of his body that wasn't submerged, and thus the only part of his body that wasn't protected. Fast forward to Achilles as a young man. He's a fierce warrior and a fighter who rises victorious over many of his enemies. But near the end of the Trojan War, he's struck by a poisonous arrow. And where does it pierce him? In his heel. The wound kills him, and so today, Achilles is remembered most for his greatest weakness.
Want to recognize all our homeschoolers today. We've heard from folks all over the world. We see you and we are thankful to be part of your day. Next, from the Pelican State of Louisiana, big hello to Coach Spillub's class and the Tigers of Benton Middle School in the town of Benton. Miss Burley's class is with us from Oakleaf Junior High School. The Yellow Jackets are abuzz in Orange Park, Florida, the Sunshine State. And from the Prairie State of Illinois, we welcome Mrs. Barca's class in Bensonville. Guess the mascot at Black Hawk Middle School. As they say, hip hawk hooray.
Check out this heartwarming homecoming hug years in the making. Retired military dog Dasty joyfully reunited with former handler U.S. Army Sergeant Mike Fletcher. The pair partnered up while in service from 2018 until 2022, including a deployment to Afghanistan where they were tasked with explosives detection and patrol. Dasty not only did his job, he also became an unofficial mascot on base. When Mike left the Army in 2022 and moved to Wisconsin, he was separated from Dasty until this year when the 10-year-old Dutch Shepherd retired due to old age. That's when American Humane stepped in, helping reconnect the old pals, bringing them back together. Mike and his family have now adopted Dasty and plan to give him a comfortable retirement. Mike says having his best friend by his side will help his ongoing transition to civilian life.
Two best friends who both served their country, deployed overseas, answered Uncle Sam, put their lives on the line, shepherded others, and have far more than basic training. I mean, what a blessing they can now be all they can be together. Thank you for being here for our show. You are valued, you are loved, you are the best part of what we do, and you mean the world to me. I'm Carl Azuz for The World from A to Z.
We have liftoff.